We're live again for another dev stream. Let me just do a quick audio check and then I will post in Discord and then we'll get started. All right. Clip. Beat that. Another dev stream. Let me just do a quick audio check and then I will post in Discord and then we'll get started. Yep. Seems good. This. Good to go, I think. Quickly post in Discord and we'll go ahead and get started for the day. Probably will be a shorter stream today. Because I have a meeting with Lemon later and I have to go pick up Harvey from daycare. But we'll see what we can get done in the time we've got available. I also have to prep for some D&D tonight. I am currently DMing a campaign for my party, so we need to I need to do that as well. But we're away early, 9 AM pretty much. So yeah, let's rip into it. So first thing I want to do real quick, we may not actually fix this, but I just want to know, because I did see, yeah, with Lemon's been trying to figure this out as well. The frame drops when we generate a new map now. So there's a new loading screen, just ignore that. But if I go, I just want to do a little bit of profiling, and if it's something obvious, we might fix it. If it's not, I will just at least know about it. We'll do stat unit graph. Uncap my frame rate. And we will hit this and see, especially looking at that graph. Yeah, okay, so we just do hit a massive lag spike on everything. Okay. Good to know. So now what I'll do is I'm actually gonna do a trace. And we will hit this. All right. I'm pretty sure what it is it's actually just loading stuff in for the first time. I don't think it actually happens in the real game, but I just want to check just to be sure. To this one, 907, that looks like it. Okay, here we go. So this will be when we are generating the map. Yep, level streaming. What is all this? Hang on. I think looking at that, is it landscape? 20 milliseconds post-load landscape. This is all rendering stuff. Texture. What, okay, so that's one frame there. We had a 40 millisecond frame. Yeah, so it's landscape for the most part by the look of it. Seesawer, holy, welcome in. That is a name that I will never forget. I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome in, my friend. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. How have you been? What have you been up to? Okay, and then I think this is just viewport, like, editor stuff. That's 11 milliseconds, yeah, but the 25 millisecond thing is landscape. I think. I don't know why. Drive data cache. Okay, so this is DDC stuff. So I'm pretty sure it's not gonna happen in a build then. Been doing great. Started writing my bachelor thesis this month. Wow, that's fancy. Bachelor thesis. What is that? That's like, is that to finish off the bachelor degree? I'm not very. I left uni halfway through after I think a year and a half, 2 years. That's cool. Oh, very much congrats on that. Am I allowed to ask what you're studying? And yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I can't remember exactly how long it's been since I've seen you, but if it's been a while, I have a son now who's a year old. Keeps me real busy. Folklore Hunter is 1.0. It's out, and we're working on the new game. Otherwise, I'm older, grayer, more creaky, but still making games. I feel like if I can, I'm going to be making games until I die. Even if I had another job or was retired. Like, you know what? If I could retire, I would retire just so I can make games and not have to ship them. I could just make them for fun. So, yeah, not much changes in my world. Yeah, this is my jam here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's yeah, so as I was saying, it's a level streaming thing. So I want to quickly check a couple of things. We are doing texture streaming. Async loading threads. Use background level streaming. Enable streaming. Maybe we should use world partition for this. Studying physics. Holy. Congrats about your son. I've been lurking sometimes, but the stream was usually a bit too late for me. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's tricky here in New Zealand. Although we have just had daylight saving, so it's now spring forward, fall back. So it's an hour earlier. So right now it would have been 10 a.m. for me. It's actually 9 a.m. So it means I can start streaming a little earlier. And I am starting to stream a little more in the morning rather than the afternoon. But I do recognize that New Zealand's time zone is a little messed up for everybody else. Sometimes it's not even in the same day. It's currently the 8th of April, 9 a.m. for me. But yeah, no, glad to have you about. Little Harvey loves playing on the computer. Studying physics, that's awesome. I was watching, not that this is probably related at all. I'm probably going to sound silly saying this, but I was watching this podcast last night called The Rest is Science with Michael Stevens from Vsauce and Hannah Fry from various things, but Numberphile, and they were talking about the the topic was basically on infinity, but they delved into basically the how do I say this? Repercussions? Not really. The uncomfortable truths if the universe is actually infinite, or if it is actually not infinite, and what that means for not really physics, I guess, but what that means for us as humans. I thought that was really, really interesting. And then going down to like Planck length and the quantum stuff was yeah, it's very interesting. For someone like me who doesn't know a lot about that, I found that incredibly, incredibly disturbing, I think is the right word. Interesting but disturbing. So I'm not sure what type of physics you're doing, but if it's anything about that kind of stuff, like holy. I also went to see Professor Brian Cox in he did a lecture in my city a year or two ago, and I found that really interesting too. That was more about the physics of space as well. But yeah, otherwise physics in my world is just velocity, acceleration, torque, etc. I just battle the old physics in the virtual world here, and usually struggle with it. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, no, cool to have you, man. And I do appreciate the lurks as well. I don't feel like if you're watching these streams you have to talk or anything. I'm more than happy. Like when I watch streams a lot of the time, I just have it on either minimized or on another tab and just sort of have something going. So if that's what I am able to provide for anyone out there who may be listening right now, I'm more than happy to be that voice to fill the void of nothing. So yeah, but I do appreciate it. One thing I'm going to check real quick, this is a little chaotic start to the stream because I just want to do some profiling first, is I'm just going to make another build. This is a dev build, isn't it? And I'll do a quick profile on the dev build just to see how different it is. It's probably not going to be too much different because it's dev and not shipping, but yeah, we'll see. Just because we have, yeah, Lemon's done a lot of good work to add loading screens and make that process feel to mask the lag spike basically. But I just want to check because I didn't last stream what that lag spike actually is, because it may be something that is either non-existent or solvable, in which case we may not need some of that stuff. So and in case you missed it up front, it's going to be a slightly shorter stream today because I have a meeting with Lemon later on, and I need to go pick up Harvey from daycare. Okay, so let's go stat unit. Actually, you know what? Trace start. Trace dot file. Trace dot. How do I do this again? File. Oh god, I don't know how to freaking work this shit. Whatever, I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Start file. Pull the lever. Do we get a lag spike? We do not. I'm pretty sure it was just stat stop file. Pretty sure it was just editor DDC stuff, but we'll see. Wait. Alrighty, how's the audio for everybody? Hopefully okay. It's always very hard to tell for me, especially not being a very good streamer or anything like that. Because because what I hear is very different to what you guys hear. So I just want to make sure I'm not either have music that's too quiet, or I'm too loud, or I'm just absolutely blasting music at people. This game will be similar to Lethal Company, but underwater, right? Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's yeah, in its simplest form, I guess. Yeah, the game loop of Lethal Company, Repo. There's this new genre that's emerging of extraction, like what I call extraction shooter horror, or extraction horror. So it's like the Tarkov style game mode, kind of like what we did in Contracts with Folklore Hunter, but applied to horror, like round-based horror, like roguelike. That is the kind of genre gameplay loop that I'm basically applying to a underwater deep sea submarine game. So yeah, Lethal Company is probably the biggest name in that genre, though. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Still very, very early on. Honestly, I probably shouldn't be showing a huge amount just yet, but I thought since I'm making all this in the background, why not stream it? The other thing I'm working on with part of my time is the console ports for Folklore Hunter, but I can't stream any of that because it's all NDA'd up the wazoo. Oh, there's a giant eel. Like the platform holder, Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo are you know, they are very clear about what you can and can't show. But you can see behind me there is my PS5 dev kit, which is, the game is running pretty well on there right now, Folklore Hunter. But I still got some work to do with multiplayer in that. Yo, John, what's up, man? Yep. So we do get the lag spikes here. Makes sense, DDC. I'm just going to check. Hopefully they still have this as a thing you can do. This is before they had Unreal Insights. This used to be the way to do profiling, if it's still here. They might... It might not be accessible anymore. Used to be a tab in this thing, session front end. Dang. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. One thing I'll check real quick then. I'll have to figure out how to do a trace in a build. I'm sure there'll be a way. Well, I know there's a way. I just don't know. You basically, from what I understand, in case anyone's watching that knows Unreal, you have trace.file or trace.start, and then you can put in like a bunch of channels like CPU, GPU, like streaming, whatever. I just want all of that. In fact, you know what? Why am I being such a boomer when I could just say Unreal Insights, and I'm sure like the first Google page will tell me exactly what I need to do. Because I most of the time do this from an editor. Are we 5.7 in this? Yes. Okay. Launch from editor. Build from source trace. God damn, so complicated. How do I just like do a trace from a package game? By art and bug fixing, do you mean you're going to texture the possibly, yeah. I'm not sure. I just feel like doing some art today. I'm quickly checking the performance optimization for the level loading, just so I know what's going on. And then, yeah, I've got a couple of bugs to fix because it's a shorter stream today. I don't have a huge amount of time. So I want to ideally clean up a couple of these bugs that have been hanging around for a while and then do some art. So yeah, probably for the eel or the, what are those little things called? Lampreys or whatever. Or maybe even the mother sub. I'm not sure. But yeah, I just want to make some stuff. Okay. Hang on. Run game. Start your package game executable with the following command line flags. Holy shit, this is like... okay. Alright. We'll try that. If I can't figure this out, I'll just do it off stream. So you guys don't have to watch me struggle to figure this out, but stage build windows. Okay, so I'm gonna, what does it say? Run with paste shortcut. Or actually, we don't even need to do a shortcut. I could just dash trace file equals my trace dot utrace, I guess, and then trace equals default. Wait, what? Project deep. And then trace host equals 127, so local host. And then trace default. All right. I don't know if you guys can see this. Something might be happening. Okay. Hit that. Little lag spike. Quit. Okay. Saved. Profiling. Okay, here we go. 9, no, that's not right. 9:17. God damn it, man. Saved, no. Okay, hang on. I'll do it from in here. Oh, wait. I think it's tracing right now. Or is that Unreal? No, yeah, I think it's tracing right now. I'll put that over there so we can keep an eye on the graph. So if I hit this. Yeah, there we go. There's the lag spike. And it's done. And now I quit. Nice. Okay, that's cool. So it was around here. Definitely a lot smaller. What frame time we're looking at there? Oof. Did I say 74 milliseconds? Jesus, that's not good. Okay. GPU worker. Global distance fields. That's what it is. Well, that's what's left when it's not the streaming. Process visibility tasks. Rendering took a while, but most of it was waiting. I think. Yeah. I think pretty much all of it is the distance fields. Okay, good to know. I'm gonna write that down. How you been, John? Currently, we're not even using distance fields. You been good? That's good. Currently, we're not even using distance fields, so it might not even, like, I might be able to just turn them off. But if we do want to use them at some point, I will have to figure out how to ease up on that distance field generation a little bit. So if I go here, distance fields, generate mesh distance fields. Turn off distance fields, and I'm also going to turn off nanites and we have lumen off, right? Shadow maps, normal shadow maps, and then global illumination, none. Okay, reflections, because I do want this to be like kind of a low end, like able to run on low end stuff pretty easily. Screen space, reflections, and TAA. Well, I don't even know if we need anti-aliasing, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're off right now. Let's just go off for all of it. Alright, and then quick landscape. Nice wallpaper. What have I got? Oh, it's just yeah, that's right. It's just a folder of D&D art. Speaking of, I have my campaign tonight. Very excited for. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Let me quickly check one of these tiles, like cliffs, for example. Quickly check the landscape. That's doing its weirdo thing because I've scaled it up 200. What is it by default? 128. I mean, even at 128, it still does weird stuff. Cool. Because what we can do eventually is just bake most of this down into probably into HLODs, I would say, but we don't have that yet. So let me restart. And see if the distance field thing changes anything, and then we will go ahead and get started on some more interesting stuff to watch. Hopefully I'm not lagging out right now. I think I am. 1 second. don't know if you can hear me, but please hold. Compiling shaders on stream. I'm dropping frames like mad. 1 second. When this number reaches 0, we'll be fine again. It's just I've got a Threadripper CPU and it's just absolutely hammering it right now. Yeah, it's going to take a while, huh? So, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'll just keep going anyway. So, I think once we've done this, I will maybe do the drop site valuation. I'll put these in progress so I know which ones I'm doing. And this one should be easy. And I don't want to fix that again because I've tried so many times and I just can't be bothered anymore. I'll just do it later. First rotation, fuck that right now. And we'll do this one. And then whatever time we have left, we'll do art stuff. I'm going to switch this over to that. And I think that's done now. Damn, I shouldn't have done this on stream, huh? Compiling shaders. So we had some other ideas for some creatures, cryptids, for the game. So we had a Uktena, horn serpent from Cherokee folklore. Cherokee, that's like I feel like I shouldn't be saying that word. Is that it's like Native American, right? Big water snake. That would definitely be cool. I don't know if it would be this exact thing, but like a big snake, sea snake would be very cool. Oh, there's already a game about this. So that's one. Stream isn't lagging. That's good. We had Kelpie, which is like a horse, like a seahorse, but like more literal, like a seahorse, you know? Don't know. Maybe. Could work. It's tricky. I don't know how far to go in the kind of like fantasy direction. I mean, this feels maybe a little bit far in that direction, to be honest. But I'll you know, we'll see. And then Magnapina seems to be, yeah, just big squid. But I think this is the one that's like really long, isn't it? Length. 7 to 8 meters. It's pretty long. Yeah. So anyway, feel free to add some stuff in here if you want, either chat or in the forum. The forum doesn't have to be just for cryptids. You can put anything in here. It's just a way for us to like keep track of different topics. Oh, dude, yeah. John, you're onto it. This is kind of like maybe a little bit fantasy, but it could be the Liquid Donkey Easter egg. Man, now you're thinking of portals. Do we have a Liquid Donkey icon? We don't, eh? Pouring liquid. Donkey. Hell yeah. Alright. Let me quickly see if there's any difference in lag. Yeah, it's much better now. No, spoke too soon. That right there, that big spike. is loading DDC shaders because I just changed a bunch of settings. Guarantee it, it'll either show up, yeah, preparing shaders. Shit, man, maybe I shouldn't have changed that on stream because now everything I open is going to need to recompile shaders. But every tile now, when it gets loaded for the first time in editor only, gonna have to recompile the shaders for all the stuff in it. So that's good. That's good. I'm glad I did that. There we go. Depending if I rolled all the tiles or not, if I do it again. Yeah, see how there's basically no lag now? Well, no lag spike. I think we still have frame drops. Yeah, no lag spike. It was generating the distance fields, I think, was the main thing. Stat unit graph. Okay, so you look at the graph in the... Oh, you can't see the graph in the bottom left. Okay, now you can. Just move me there temporarily. Basically, if you look at the height of that, that'll tell you how laggy it is. The taller those lines are, the laggier it is. So if I pull this... There we go, they've gone up a bit. And then once the level was actually loaded, yeah, you see it did go up, but it didn't have a it didn't like basically spike and freeze the game. And now the level should be loaded and we're all good, yeah. So that helped tremendously, actually. Yeah. Another thing that will help is if I don't make them visible like that. Yeah, this helps a bit. It does. The downside is stats none. Downside is we now don't have distance fields at all for shadows or anything, but currently we don't need them. If we do need them, I'll need to figure something else out. But yeah. Don't think I did anything there. Let me just commit this, and then we will get into fixing a couple of bugs. Because the other thing is, if we do want to bring those back, all we need to do, I think, is make the landscapes that are in those tiles meshes, and that way the distance field can be pre-calculated. But I think because they're landscapes, I think it's calculating it at runtime right now. I'm just going to restart one more time, sorry. Here we go. Okay, now, what did I say I was going to work on? Let's do the post-process effects first, eh? 1.25, is that easy enough for you guys to see? Move me back down here. There we go. Am I back now? I forgot I can't close this this broadcast program because it I don't even know if I need it, to be honest. But yeah, it's annoying it doesn't just run in the background. Yeah, okay, so this is me talking now. So I want you guys to compare the differences, okay? So hang on. T.max. We'll do a bootleg poll. Okay, so this is me talking with these settings. And I'm just going to change these and you tell me which ones you like the most, okay? So this is, and I'll type at the same time. So this is me typing and talking. Okay, now this is me typing and talking. All right, here's me typing and talking with them both off. And here's me typing and talking again. And here's me typing and talking while absolutely melting my GPU. And now with everything off, this is me typing and talking. Okay, so out of those, which ones sounded good and which ones sounded bad? Current is good. Okay, so just all of this off. Really? So you can hear my keyboard though, right? Is that not annoying? Studio was much louder. Yeah, I can't use that one anyway because it's like, I think it's like using AI to make my voice, I don't know, better or something. But it uses so much of my GPU. So you're happy with it like this? In which case I don't, not for me. Studio was really loud. Hang on, let me ban this guy. Studio is really loud. I guess the current or first one was best. Keyboard isn't that loud. Okay. How about this? How does this sound? Is that okay? We'll just roll with that. You guys tell me. I don't know what this does, to be honest, but it sounds like something I want. Okay. No one cares. It's fine. Thanks for the help, guys. It'll be all good. Sounds good. That'll be good enough. Okay, so what do I want to do? Cancel. I want to check the other post-process volume to see what exactly is going on here. Okay, so we've got bloom. Chromatic aberration. Okay, so vignette. Film grain and AO basically. Oh, and temperature. And saturation. Okay. Vignette, film grain, temperature, AO, saturation. I've already forgotten the first one I said. This is the downside of doing it like this with these sub-levels, is I can't really compare stuff very easily. Okay. Shit, what did I say? Not bloom, not exposure, not that. Vignette, set to default. Temperature, we'll set that to default. And saturation, right? Or was it just shadows? I don't know. Turn all this on. Midtones? Something? Okay. Yep. What the fuck? That should not be lumen, please. We do not want lumen anywhere. That is too expensive. Screen space. Reflections. Megalights. Still don't really know what they're about or what the point is. We don't really have an ambient cube map going on, so it doesn't matter. Oh, and then AO, right? Why is AO doing nothing? What the hell? We'll just do default settings for AO. How about that? There we go. All right. So now what should happen? If I save that, is if I play, this is the, so we don't really look like we're underwater, I feel like. Looks fine. We do this. Load the level, blah, blah, blah. And then we get in the sub. And then when we leave, it should, yeah, there we go. Is that chromatic aberrating? I think so, right? Yep. It's kind of hard to see, but hang on. If you look at this, in case you don't know what chromatic aberration is, if you look right down here, you see how the red, green, and red, green, blue channels are getting split depending on how far away from the center it is. That's what I'm referring to with chromatic aberration. Just so you know. And then we dock again, and that should be completely gone. So if I do like that, I'm pretty sure that is gone. Yep. Very good. Very good. By the way, I do have some shaders here that I was playing around with a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but pretty sure before I started streaming, that we could play around with. So this is a pixelation shader. If we wanted to do something like that, it's might be hard to tell on stream, to be honest. This is like an artificial way to get like a retro look. Where everything is basically a little bit pixelated. Be interested to see what you guys think of some of these actually. So if we did 512 for example, or I'll make it really extreme so you guys can actually see on stream. That is the extreme. Actually, that's too much. Hang on. 512. If we wanted to do like a kind of pixelation type effect, I'm not sure, to be honest. It does give it more of like a indie game feel, but it makes a lot of stuff hard to read, so that's why I kind of wasn't using that one. What is this one? Hang on. Sorry. This is the dither. This one's a weird one. And it might be hard to see on stream, to be honest. Again, if I go like this and zoom in, you'll be able to tell. Basically, the shadows get this kind of like dither effect. I don't know. I like, part of me likes it, and then part of me absolutely hates it. So that's why I've got it off right now. It is different, but I'm tempted not to have it. But thought I'd show you guys just in case someone's like, "Well, that's so sick," and then I'll figure out how to make it work. But basically, yeah, it just makes the shadows have like an old school kind of dither effect. It does kind of like do your head in after a while though, so I'd need to tweak it a bit, but yeah, I don't know, just thought I'd show you guys that. I don't know why. Anyway, let's leave all of that off for now, but we have fixed that bug. I need to get rid of that screen now because it doesn't take that long to load. All it does is freeze me in my tracks. So I just want to check this because Lemon put in the sonar effect, I think. Oh yeah, hell yeah. So when I scan now, yeah, might not be quite strong enough to be honest. Reminds me of Subnautica, yeah. I think that was oh, worms. Quite a big inspiration for him for this effect, but yeah, I think it's cool. I feel like maybe it should mark these a little bit, but oh, it kind of does. I see. It like goes blue. Yeah, that's cool. Nice. Anyway, I just wanted to check that out. Let's see. I will save that. I will not save that. Custom post process for mothership when not underwater. Color temp, chromatic aberration, etc. We could also do one for your helmet when you're as a player when you're walking around, but that's not on the list yet. So that one's done. That was an easy one. Do all the tiles with worms spawn have a guaranteed chance to spawn worms? They do currently, yes. There is a task here to go through and basically, do a pass over the way stuff spawns. The worms are guaranteed. They really should be. I think those should be hand placed, but each one should have a certain percentage chance to exist or not exist. And then the ones that do exist have a certain percentage chance to activate when you go over them. But right now they're just all activated all the time. So we'll do drop site valuation now, so that hopefully I can get to some art stuff. Damn it, out of coffee. You can probably hear me drinking and stuff now that I'm going to turn that back on. It's embarrassing. Yeah, if you hear my drinking. Let me just make sure my son is okay. We don't need an early pickup or anything. Seems to be fine. Okay, what we're working on, I already forgot. Drop site valuation doesn't have any effect. Did I put a comment on this? No. So basically, from what I remember with this, these drop sites, you see it says the site valuation there. I'm pretty sure that does nothing right now. We need to make it do something. It's pretty much as simple as that. So the thought process was, let's see, where do we generate the level now? Clear dive sites. Teleport to dive sites. Set current dive site. Here we go. Drop anchor sequence. Set dive sites. Yep. Okay, that's good. And then I'm pretty sure we do this gross thing in the level blueprint where, yeah, it turns some of the salvage into rare stuff. So I'm gonna basically move this entire thing out of the level blueprints, and we need to do that after it's finished generating, it looks like. Wherever that is. Finish generating. Finish generating event. Oh, we don't bind to it? Dive site ready. Pretty sure that's the thing. Let me just double check that. But I'm pretty sure that's the thing we want right there. Just gonna do this, make sure we're on the server. Pretty deep. Because yeah, what happens? We go through all the salvage chance was just a hard-coded value. I'm pretty sure that is the number we want. And we can get that from... Right, this is a little all over the place, isn't it? On dive site ready. Do I not have a way to get the current dive site? Travel manager, get current location, looks like. No, that's not really what, that's not the same thing. Okay, so I need to add that. Let's see. So we just want to return this basically. Get current dive site. Info. Don't worry about a category. Already got that all checked out. Very good. Let's do it like that, maybe. Okay, so we got that function, and the other thing I wanted to check was when on dive site ready gets called in the game state. Dive site ready. Dive site manager, sorry. Dive site manager. Ryder's having a bit of a bad time for some reason. There we go. Also, sorry, it's really difficult because I'm on a 1440p screen, but then on stream, I'm only streaming at 1080, so I need to keep remembering to zoom stuff in. Okay, so where does this get called? Waiting for setup. And then is setup complete? Okay, finish generating. Yep, so that is the event we want. Very good. We just needed a way to get the current dive site, which I'm pretty sure now have. I will have to close that, check that out. Don't save. Just need to compile this function in that we added. The where is it? This current dive site info. Because that is the thing, I'm pretty sure that has the it's got like what Titan we're having, what the hazard is, and then loot. I call it loot score, but that will be the site valuation. So we can get the dive site, current dive site info, and then in this, there will be the loot score. And let's see if so that's 0 to 1. We actually want to flip this, right? We want to keep it if it's, yeah. Yeah, and then 10% of the time we'll do that. And then we'll print, okay. I'll do another print somewhere. Generating salvage with loot score. Print text. Titan class. Yeah, Titan class as in like whether it's the Megalodon or the Kraken or whatever. It's always the Megalodon right now. Really, what I would want to do is like this, I think. Can leave that, that's fine. I'm not sure if this delay matters, but I'll put it here. And now, yeah, the reason I'm, oh shit, we have another delay. Okay, that's fine. Destroy and upgrade salvage. Apply loot chance to salvage spawns. That's probably a good way. Logically, like none of this actually doesn't really matter in terms of the way the code actually functions, but I think logically this just makes sense. We just say, okay, we have X amount of salvage, let's go ahead and change whatever salvage we have spawned currently to match what we're looking for. And then a second after that is done, we can evaluate spawn salvage. And what this will do is it's going to print to show salvage count. Okay. I'll leave for today. Have a great rest of the stream. Thanks, thanks, Cecil. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, hyped for the Kraken. What are you thinking, John, for the Kraken? We have some ideas, but I'm not super sold on them, or like we haven't really like fully figured it out. So if you have immediate thoughts that come to mind on how you think that could work, I'm definitely all ears. Right now, I was thinking of doing an ink kind of thing with it, which maybe doesn't make sense. Basically, giant squid, Kraken style Kraken. I know there's a few different types of Krakens, but I'm gonna go for maybe the classic one. Huge squid. So the two things that stand out is its tentacles and its ink. So I was thinking of playing up on the ink side of things mainly, and then having its tentacles kind of grab you, do an ink, run away with you, and then just basically devour you. So if you were another player, you would basically see your friend get grabbed and then get dragged into this big cloud of ink and disappear, and you're like, where are you? So that's what I was thinking of that. But again, interested on other thoughts or ideas there. Total value. This is just debug stuff for us, but total value is going to be, we're just going to add it up and then print at there, salvage. Total value. All right. Hopefully that will help me tell if this is working or not. But basically, yeah, the loot score now should have an effect on the actual spawned loot. But we'll see. So if we go to one, here we go, 87% travel. Whoa. Screen shake. Okay, 87%. Then we dock. Should see it print in the top left. Generating loot with score 100%. Why did that say 100%? That is not right. 3K total value is crazy. Yeah, it is, but we haven't really balanced it yet. We've just plugged in values so that we've got something to start with, and then we'll go from there. Okay, current dive site. It looks like we never actually store it, do we? There we go. We'll create a copy of it, I think. Yeah, 3K total value is pretty crazy though when you only need 300 to pass. All right, let's try that again. 53%. Traveling. Okay, we've arrived. Pull the anchor. Read the top left. Yep, 52.6% total value, 1500. Yeah, okay, that's about half. We got 5 out of 32 spawned as rare. Cool. Very good. Very good. I will compile again and go ahead and commit that. Site valuation now has an effect on spawn salvage spawn charts. Man, I need to commit this. Missing lamp resource file. Hey Ranger, what's up, man? Another one done. Okay, what was the last one we want to do? Power switch thing? Okay. Last bug I'm going to fix today. I'm getting sick of fixing bugs. So that will be the last one. And then we'll do some art stuff for a bit. Check it out into build. And I'm going to take a quick break while this is starting up. I hate this VPN thing. I've been talking for 30 minutes. Oh, really? You've been here. Lamprey summoned him. Damn, I'm getting stonewalled. That's weird that a VPN blocks Twitch chat, eh? Maybe it depends. Maybe is it what country you're in? Because like I don't see it in here. I don't think there's a way to like. Oh, maybe there is chat settings. Hang on. Like maybe there's a setting where it's like blocking weird messages or something. I don't know. It's like US to US, I think, a Twitch thing. I just route all traffic to main Denver. I don't know. All right. Well, who knows? Nice to have you there, Ranger. I'm just going to take a quick break, so you've timed this perfectly. 2 or 3 minutes, go to the bathroom, make another coffee, or maybe I'll just get a Coke, actually. And then we'll fix this next bug and then do some art stuff. I'll be right back. Ready. Alrighty, another bug to fix. Here we go. What was it going to be? Power switches can be used at 0% battery. I think the underlying issue there is you can kind of do stuff when dead. So I think what I need to do, if we don't have it already, I guess player controller. Add a quick cheat to basically destroy yourself. Loading screen. Why is that the first thing that comes up? That's ridiculous. Custom event. Now it should be. There we go. Damage self. Mount. That needs to be a function actually. Exec. Server damage self. Controlled pawn, get components by class, health, damage, there we go. Should now have a cheat for damaging yourself. Which actually should not really do anything when you're come on, stupid loading screen. Probably more shader compiling. Alright. Yeah, so I should have damage self 100. Boom, dead. Okay, cool. But now it doesn't change these things. And I can still flip them. So there actually needs to be another state for these, I think. Where they can be on or off or disabled completely. I should probably do this as a separate commit, huh? Added damage self cheat. Yeah, so power switch, I think. I forget how this works again, but okay, we have state set enabled. Okay, instead of just enabled, we need what is sometimes called a tri-state. I think, hang on, let me just read through how this whole thing works before I do that, just to make sure that I actually do need that. Sub power control has a bunch of these, right? Yeah, if we enabled, yeah. Okay, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have an enum. There might already be one of these, but it's gonna just be e try e power state, or it doesn't even have to really be e, but We're going to have disconnected, and then power enabled, and no, on, off, and disconnected. There we go. So power state, okay, this is going to need to be power state. Set power state. On, off, and then disconnected. Let's do pure black, I guess. Power state. Now we need to switch on this and say if it is on, do that, off, do that. Okay. When you locally interact, we say if the state is on. Hang on. Your current power state is on, then we want to set it to off. If it's off, we want to set it to on. If it's disconnected, we leave it. Okay. And then on switched, we are going to actually pass through the power state. Okay. Power switch controls. Okay. Bind switch. I'm going quiet because I'm just like focusing here because I don't want to mess up any of the logic or change any of the logic. I just want to say power state is equal, so it has to be on for it to count. All right, and then submarine. Do we need to change anything in here? Or are we fine? All right, so we should hopefully, if I play again, have the same functionality now, just I have an extra state, which we don't actually use yet, but I have it ready to go. No. Power state is currently set to disconnected. That would probably be why. Okay, when we spawn in, we probably want to set its state to off. I don't know, on probably, or something. Cool, and then damage self. Okay, so that now needs to change everything. So the sub power controls, let's see, submarine, sub power control. I think what I need to do is get the owner, or get attach parent actor, get power, get component, battery, and then bind to that. I'm gonna have another variable called switches. And as we come through and bind the switch, we're just gonna add it to this array so I don't have to keep doing this for each and cast and all that. We bind them, and then maybe we'll have set all switches actually don't need that just yet because I'm probably only going to do this once. Has charge false. We're going to set power state to disconnected. Yeah, what we'll do, sorry, this is getting kind of annoying, isn't it? I have another function called disconnect power set disconnected, and we'll have that be a boolean. What am I fixing currently? Basically, when you're dead right now, you can toggle a bunch of the power switches to like when you're dead, or your battery's empty, you can still flick like your lights on and off and stuff like that. Which I guess is fine if you're dead, but if your battery is empty, then you shouldn't be able to, just turn on your lights again. Okay, disconnected state. So if it's disconnected, set power state disconnected. Otherwise, what we need is rev power state, I think. Yeah. If it's disconnected, power states. There we go. This is getting kind of gnarly. Yeah. Set it back to what it was previously, I think, is what I want. I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing this in a very good way now that I think about it. Has charge. Yeah. Disconnected if it is not, does not have charge. Create event, update from battery charge. Yeah, the more I'm designing it this way, the less I like the way I've actually designed it, to be honest. But we'll see if this works, regardless. I don't think an enum was the way to go there, if I'm being completely honest with you. Alright, so we can turn these on and off. If I damage myself, my battery is now 0. I can't flip these at all. Which is good. Wait, can I? I think I can. Didn't I just turn something on or off? Charge is at 100%. Hull integrity is at 0. Wait a second. What happened there? Submarine. This needs to be the authority on what is currently enabled and what is not. I think there's two things fighting over who's in charge of whether the light should be on or off. Annoyingly. Yeah, because it still lets me toggle it. Okay. Yeah, I think I might need to redo the way I've done this. I don't really like redoing stuff, especially on stream, but I think I just made a bad call on the way I just designed that. Okay. Need another cheat. Player controller. Server set power set battery charge. Charge. So we're at 10 and we're trying to go to 20. Should be this minus this is the difference. And if that is greater, or this, what is that, compare float, I think? If it's greater, that means we need to recharge by that amount. If it's less, consume by that amount. Set battery charge. Exec. Server set battery charge. There we go. All right, so now I should be able to set the actual charge of my battery without having to take damage. Because arguably getting your hull destroyed possibly shouldn't drain your battery. They probably should be two different things. Set battery charge to 0. Oh, damn it. Compare with... Oh yeah, no, that's fine. What the hell? Why is that not, why is that not updating my display? Dang it, that's not what I wanted. Don't care about that. Vitals readout. What is this reading from? Power battery, get charged. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait. Consume. Both of these need to be absoluted because I'm trying to consume negative power right now, I'm pretty sure. Man, I've been playing too much Baldur's Gate. The word absolute a bit triggering for me. Don't know if you guys have played that, but getting there through the game, and you know. All right. Set charge 0. There we go. So now it's all off. And now if I set charge 10, yeah, it all comes back on. If I turn that off, set charge to 0 again, set charge to 10, yeah, it comes back on in the same state. How good is Baldur's Gate? I am loving it. I'm a big D&D like fan, RPG fan, so I'm absolutely loving it, honestly. And I'm usually the DM, so it's fun to be a player. Having a great time with it. I finished Divinity 2 not long ago. Okay. Interesting that... Hang on. What is happening there? There's something funky. I think it's specifically with the lights are not being controlled by what they're supposed to be controlled by. Yeah, update lights. Spotlight. Those are the exterior lights. I think it's because yeah, this isn't actually reading our power system. No, I don't know. I feel like I've somehow overcomplicated this again, but I just need the authoritative state of the power stuff to be this, and then yeah, actually, that's a good point. Hang on. Enabled systems, right? Update power systems. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so we're just doing it when we shouldn't be. We should be letting... Hang on. God, there's so many things going on. I just need to get this clear in my head. Okay, so... Actually, you know what? The systems thing should be the way it is, I think. Yeah. Because it should be has system enabled and has charge. I'm pretty sure. Think that'll fix it. There's like two things trying to control the lights, because we used to just have a binary power on off thing, and now we have these switches that control individual systems, and the lights I think are getting confused on which one is accurate. So my exterior lights are on right now. If I set my charge to 0, they go off. Set it back to 10, they go on. Turn my lights off. Set charge to 0. Set charge back on again. Yeah, my lights are still off. There we go. That's fixed it. Pretty sure. So if I now damage myself by 100, yeah, I can't do any of this. All right. I think that's fine. It's not pretty, to be honest. Let's try it now. I think this bug is good though, hopefully. Unless I just made another bug by doing that. Okay, so they're all on. Exterior lights off. On, off. Set power, charge 0. Set charge 10. Yep. So now I don't know if you noticed before, but the lever would actually change state when the power came back on again. Don't want that. Cool. Pretty happy with that, I think. No C++, we're good. Side on, off. There we go. Nice. Done. Okay. Now I want to do a little bit of art stuff for maybe like half an hour, an hour. We'll see how we go. And then I got some other stuff I need to get into after that. Let me just check a couple things. Make sure Harvey's all good. Seems to be. Make sure Discord's all good. Seems to be. Okay, cool. Right. I think a nice, easy one to start with is we could just make the lamprey, maybe. In fact, I don't even need Unreal open, do I? What I'll do is I'll check out all the source content. I guess we can have Unreal open, that's fine. In the background. Source content, lamprey, where is it? We'll start with that one because I think that's going to be hopefully a pretty simple job. Actually, I'll just close this for now so I don't have too many things going at once. Should be fine in terms of RAM on my system, but in terms of GPU, I don't know. I've got 128 gigs of RAM, but how much VRAM? 10 gigs. Oh, it's actually not too bad. Okay, lamprey. Let's texture this guy. Lamprey. 128 gig. Yeah, I know, Ranger. It's like mad overkill for pretty much everything in the world except except Unreal. Unreal is a bit of a gnarly one in terms of performance. Okay. At this point, I'm happy with the shape, so I'm going to apply the thingy, because I'm just looking at here. There's some of these have like this little frill out the side. I think I want to add that as well. Where the heck is all my toolbar and stuff gone? Huh? Uh-oh, I pushed some stupid key, I bet. There it is. Yeah, After Effects and Struggle 32, yeah. Oh, you do After Effects stuff? Doing contract work? I actually have, what is it, like 32 or 64 gig over there, but it's DDR4. Okay, what am I trying to do? So, extrude faces along normals. Might not need to be that big, but I'm gonna do that as some extra geometry. Oh, what the fuck? He's inside out again. I just noticed. Flip. And then flip this. There we go. So that's just some single-sided geometry for that. What GPU do I have? It's a good question. 5070? Is it showing here? 3080. Man, it's still on the 30 series, huh? Probably need to change that. But yeah, 3080 apparently. Okay, so that I'm just making sure I've got enough geometry to do what I want here. Go. And let's see. Also, let's do a little bit like this. I'm just adding, yeah, as I said, a little bit extra geometry. That'll help us hopefully with the texturing. $3080, 128 gig of RAM and 3080. Mate, we need to reshift the priorities. 3080 not holding up anymore, huh? Yeah. Probably true. Okay. We might have a bit of weird shading going on around here, to be honest, but we'll see how it goes. I am wondering if I even need these bits. I feel like I don't. So I'm just going to follow my nose here. We've got source control. It's fine. If I mess up, I can just undo. But I'm going to get rid of some geometry here that I feel like we don't need. Okay, let's check the face orientation again. Yes, that looks right to me, I think. Okay, let's start with that. I think I might add a few more rows of teeth to simulate what's going on here. But for a start, what I'll do with this one, I think I'll paint some of it and UV some of it. So let's just go and start seaming this guy. A little bit of stretch going on there, but I think that's fine. That's fine. And then what do we got? That. Okay, let's see if I... Shit, that's gonna be really hard to grab in there, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that'll do. And then that's that'll be a little stretch, but it'll be fine. Okay, that'll probably be okay. I'm still not very good at the UVing stuff, so it does take a little second for my brain to try and figure this stuff out. No, now we've got overlap and we can't have that. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. That's not a very good sheet, to be honest. In fact, why don't we just shit? Shall we? Yeah, let's just go like this. Clear the seams here. We'll just make it two pieces like that. Now, now this is kind of like a process that I'm still kind of figuring out, but for this art style, but it's going to be an iterative back and forward between modeling and texturing. So the first thing I'll probably do is look at his mouth. Like, here is some good like frill stuff going on. Just go look river. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. There we go. Here's a nice one. All right. We'll start piecing this together. So I'm going to make a texture sheet, basically. And I think I'm going to paint some of it and texture some of it. But yeah, this might take a few tries. I'm still trying to figure out the way I want to do this stuff. We'll go 512, but I'm probably going to make it lower. What is this? No. Okay, so we have that, and let's see. I do keep coming back to that one because I like the frilled edges. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get them that clean. Grab one out. Let's see if the AI can help me with some selection magic here. Ooh. Wow, that actually did a pretty good job. Alright, there's a couple of mouths for us to try out. There's a fun fact for you. Lampreys can sometimes latch onto humans. Lovely. Love it. Lamprey. I'm looking for a good lamprey image. Here we go. With like their body and stuff. I'm gonna go with something like that. Let's get good. Well, we go. It's looking good. And then that one I am just gonna probably color correct a little bit. Color balance. Not what I want either. Where's the oh, here. Here we go, curves. There we go. Alright. Actually, you know what? Let's leave it bright. I'll color correct it after. I just need to get, because I might repaint this anyway. So we'll do that. Save as. We need to give this whole thing a new material. Yeah. All right, so first off, I will, let's see. Grab these pieces. Let's just do a project from view on that one. And then if we grab this, then this is where I'll probably do a bit of painting. But this will give us a first basically coat over the thing. Yeah. Why can I not select through? There we go. You can tell this takes a lot of extra brain power for me to do art stuff because I'm not used to doing most art. What I'm trying to get is a better use of the sheet right now. But it's not happening. And UV, let's see, hang on. Image UV. Pack Islands. It's going to be a really awkward sheet because I'm not going to be able to get a huge amount of text or density out of this. Which is not ideal. Unless, what I could do maybe, I'm sure an artist is going to kill me for this, but if I just put a seam there. Yeah, there we go. We'll get better texture density by doing that. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to paint this stuff anyway, so it doesn't have to be a nice layout or anything. There we go. That's better. Smart UV project. I will need a little bit of margin though. Maybe a little more. That should be good. All right. I'm gonna shift D just in case I mess something up here, but now what I'm gonna do is grab the parts. There's probably a better way to do this as well. But I'm just gonna basically cut his head off and just focus on this. So we have the UVs of that here. And if I go texture paint now, I have to remember how to set this up as well. Texture. Doing what ranger did I see? So now what I'm thinking, this is going to be tricky, but yeah, you know what? I need to make another sheet real quick before we do this. This one can be also 512. But this one is basically just going to be for painting. So I need a whole bunch of textures to use while painting. Let's see. Can I get one? Cutting off the head of a lamp. Oh yeah, true. True. There's an eye. That might be good. Copy image. This one, it doesn't matter at all how it's laid out because it's not going to be used. In the actual game. It's literally just for me to use as a paint palette, basically. Wow, that selection thing is getting really good, huh? Holy. So I just need to find a whole bunch of source stuff. I don't really want them to look slimy like that. Yeah, I thought it was going to be quick. I'm a little slow on the art stuff, a little out of practice at the moment, I feel like. There you go, it's patch of skin. What else do I need? Ideally just some more like skin details. What's with its mouth? Did the one in the middle picture get stung by a bee? Oh yeah, I don't know. Don't know what's happening there. I won't be using its mouth anyway. Come on, just like one or two more shots I could use. It's probably fine. We might be able to just get away with what we've got. We'll try this so far anyway. Actually, yeah, try that. Lamprey palette. I don't know how to spell palette. Okay, now, shit, how do I do this? So that's gonna paint, that's fine, but, shit, it was stencil, mask. No, it wasn't stencil mask. What was the thing called? Texture mask? I'll find it. The texture mask might have to be PNG. God damn, I really should have written this down when I found it. I remember struggling with this last time as well, trying to find the option for having a mask. View plane, yeah, that. Oh, here we go. Image on movie. Open palette. So texture or texture mask? Wait. There it is. Holy. Okay. Sorry about that. We got there. So now I can go. Okay. So remember, this is just without his head as well. And we'll put, I guess we'll use this one for his eye. Then, wait, is that underneath? Yeah, underneath. Do apologize if there are any artists watching. This is probably the most cursed way to texture something you've probably ever seen, but it seems to work for me. Especially for stuff that's really annoying to just do with UVs, you know? Damn it, I just did that on top of them, which I had already done. That's the top, that's the bottom, there we go. Alright, very good. And now I can just very gently go through and blend some of this anywhere that's like a little bit too much of a hard line. That's probably pretty good. If I put his mouth back on, we still have to do the downscaling of the textures and everything. But yeah, I think that's getting there. I probably don't need this. I can probably just get away mostly with that one particular thing. And then if I want a little bit of a different shade on his head, can do that. But yeah, that'll probably be okay, because you'll be seeing them like this small. So that'll be good for that. Now, yeah, so we've got that ring there. The only other thing I was thinking maybe would be cool would be to have another like row of teeth. Nah, it just kind of ruins the look. It ends up covering up too much of what I was trying to make with the thingy, so that's fine. We can add more teeth if he needs it later. Yeah. Cool. And then maybe we just bring this forward ever so slightly. All right, so if we now take that texture, save as. That is not what I want. There we go. And now let's see. So now if I go image, hang on. Just gonna make a copy just in case I need it. Rasterize that layer. Why is that not? There we go. Yeah, we are rasterize like everything basically. There we go. And now if I go image, index color, no. What is it? Export for web legacy. Here we go. We're basically gonna downscale it to probably 50%. And just find some good settings. Okay, yeah, I'm not in love with that pink going on down there. There we go. All right, now let's see how that looks in the game. That took a lot longer than I was expecting. I need to keep doing that. Keep making stuff all the time to art stuff in this style, so that I can both practice but also remember the workflow. All right, creature lamprey imports his texture, paper 2D, and I need to re-export the mesh as well. Where am I looking? Okay, so if we re-import this, we should get a little bit more geometry. And create a material. I did leave a little bit of pink in there, unfortunately. I can fix that later though. Okay, so the mouth needs more pizzazz. Export for web. Oop. Import. Cool. And then we just use, oh shit, we got rid of our alpha channel, didn't we? Dang it, sorry. One more time. 50%. Keep the transparency. Try that. Yeah, already 3 hours, I know. Yeah, I was hoping to do more than one texture today, but we're absolutely ripping through the stream already. Okay. Opaque, masked, opacity. There we go. So if we're going to keep the pixelated look, that's kind of maybe what we'd be going for. I'll see what it looks like in the game because it's really hard to tell in that environment. Test map. There should be. Are they still in here? Nope. Lamprey swarm. Wait a second. Why is their rotation messed up now? Too pixelated? Yeah, have them wriggle around on the sub. I definitely, yeah, think that's a good idea too. But yeah, when they're not on you, I think they look fine. It's just when they're really up close like that, I don't know about that. Animated texture. Oh yeah. True, just like flipbook it. That is true. A good way to do it. That'd be like real old school techniques then. But yeah, it could be we abandon this this style as well, and go for more of a realistic look, rather than the retro style. It is, Ranger. Yeah. No, you're totally right. It is like a slow, like slow flipbook animation would be perfect for this style. 100%. I seem to have lost the swarm. Where is it? It's like spawning a 0-0. Yeah, very good. Okay, it's a start. It's a start. Obviously, I need to, animate them and all that as well. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there with the lamp race. I think I just need to tweak that mouth a bit, if I'm honest. And yeah, do the animations finally. Like we did with the moths in folklore. Like these don't bend or anything right now, but we can totally do that. Bigger on the glass. Could try that. Twice as big? Might be too big. Actually, no, you're probably right. Bigger, better. Especially if I make it so they don't overlap like that. Yeah. Good call, Ranger. Good call. So fix the mouth, maybe animate these in general, and make it so they don't like stack on the same spot like that. Then I think these will be like probably good enough for now. Because yeah, if you just have a couple on you, or whichever the worms. This guy. I think it works quite well. I don't know. I think I'm just not sold on the art style yet. I just can't tell if I like it or not. Is the main problem I think I'm having. Maybe with the ground texture as well, and like more assets on screen that are in that style. Don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I think I just need to think about it myself and decide whether it's like what I want to go for or not. Definitely could work. But anyway, we have the model. We can definitely like change the texture to be a different style now that we've made it. Yeah. Like for example, just as a real quick test, if I just did this. With bilinear filtering. It's like a different type of retro. Like it's old, like how do I describe it? Like back in the day where they were just, yeah, literally there was no PBR or anything, or they'd just like, I think like the old Bond games and stuff, they'd just like grab a picture of a house and then put it on a cube, and then that's like I guess the textures are like clearly photos, which I do kind of like, to be honest. I don't know if other people like that though. I need to try and make something that is, you know, is not just catering to my taste, like people will like it. So yeah, I don't know how you guys feel like with the pixelation versus not pixelation, dithering, etc. Or we could also do things like we could stylize the hell out of it. If we wanted to do like a stylized kind of thing, such as I don't know. Or I mean, I could hand paint it as another option, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, something like stylized, maybe. Let's see what this looks like. I guess I just need to do some more art tests and make that decision. I think there's more of a stylized look. I don't know. All right, I'll think about it off stream. I'm just kind of rambling on stream now. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream there, though. Thank you for tuning in. We got a little lamprey buddies. Not sure. What I need to do is actually go in and with this part around here is actually retexture that again where I can mask out the teeth. Because we're using opacity, you know, wherever it is. Is that the mouth? I guess it is. I could actually do cutouts here so that his teeth, you know, you don't just see this line here. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and watching. Yeah, tongue. Actually, I'm going to write that down for next time. Or a tongue or like some sort of, yeah, something moving inside. I agree. I'll have a chat to Lehman later and see what he thinks about art style and that as well, but I'm still not 100% sure what I'm going to go with yet. Cool. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next stream.